Hello everyone, and I know you can't see me. Oh gosh, hang on, that is not clean. I need something. Hang on, I'm gonna have to just use my shirt. It's terrible. That's better. No smudgy face marks on it. Oh, it is a little bit cold here today. Hey everyone, we've got 12 people jumping on. Now you will realise, we may not realise, we may, hey everyone, that I have not got a crochet video for you today. Just bear with me, I'm just setting up, so I'm just getting my live chat, so make sure you have your live chat set. Wow, everyone's jumping in. Oh my goodness, 65 people already. So just, yeah, talk amongst yourselves just for the minute. I'm just going to get set up. Because I've got you on my phone, you're here on my phone, but I've also got my computer. Because the computer apparently just makes weird noises when we have a live chat. So I'm going to have my comments and everything over here, and you guys are over here. Let's see if I can set this up a little bit better. Hopefully you don't fall off where you are. Now, professionals would have had this set up before they pressed go. But I am not professional. So you are just in my office. Tell me, can you hear me for a start? Can you hear me? And is this light annoying? It's because if I turn it off, I'm sitting in the dark, and I've just got the computer as my backlight, and I get that weird glare on my glasses. So let me know if this is good. So I've got my chat. Oh, my nose is itchy. I've been outside, and there's some sort of pollen going on. Okay. Yes, thank you, Sandra. I did have it on live chat. It's now on top chat. Here we go. So we're done there. I need to turn my volume down on my computer. So many things to remember. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Okay, we can hear me and the light is fine. Thank you, Tammy. Really appreciate it. Hey, everyone. Wow, we've got 80 people in here already. That's crazy. So today is Friday, and what time is it? It's 12:32 p.m. here in Sydney, Australia time. And normally you would have a video come out today, but I've been super slack. Is that just an Aussie word, slack? Slacking off, slack. There's another one, but I won't say that one. Sorry, I'm just getting them out of the way. Yep, I've been slack, and Hazy, hi. Yeah, I've been slacking off, and motivation was not very strong for the last three. The last week has been good, but the last 3 weeks has been before that was absolutely shocking. Absolutely no. Okay, so slack is what he says it. Okay, so yeah, I've been terrible, like in life in general. So getting up and getting dressed and having a shower and breakfast and cleaning house, that sort of thing, fine. But when it came to work, I'd just sit down and just nope. So I'm sorry, but there's no crochet tutorial on today, which is the last Friday of the month. I know it's Thursday where some of you guys are, but there's no tutorial today. Fingers crossed. I'm going to film it next week. There is a written pattern already for it, and I'm actually going to find the link for that, and I can put it in the chat, I think. Okay, how do I get the internet back? I've got my chat box open. Okay, I cannot get the internet back. Otherwise I'd have to kill the chat. What was I saying? It's on my website already. It's on the home page. I don't know if it's in the granny square section. Oh, thank you. This braid was just a case of my hair's in my face and it won't stay out of my face. So I just kind of like plaited that bit there. It's not even done up in a what do you call it? Hair tie. Yeah, so yeah, there's no tutorial today. I'm sorry guys, but I know you understand. So instead you got to put up with me for about an hour or so. So I thought that would be fun as well because I love doing all of these live chats. They are so much fun. We get to meet so many new people and all the regular people that hop on as well. Everyone's saying they like my hair. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yep, apparently you guys say Slack as well. So that's good. It's a word that we both understand. Hey, Fiberific. Hi. I'm not crocheting that project today. Oh, it's right next to me, so I could crochet it. I'm working with, and girls, I'm working with some yummy Fiberific yarn. Chantel is an Australian yarn dye. That's blowing out really bad. That's super, super bright on my camera. It is a bright blue, but it's not as blue as what it is, as bright as what it is. This one's called Tiff, and this one's called Lake. Another blue. This is more of a greeny blue compared to that one. Again, they're a little bit bright. I don't know what they're showing up on yours, but yeah, Fiberific, is it blowing out a little bit on your screen too? And this one is Joss. Again, that's coming up super, super bright. It's more of it's like a candy pink. I think that would be the easiest way to describe it. And there's a couple of other colors, and I'm making a project. And if you're on my Instagram account, then if you follow me over there, you've already seen part of it, so I can show you part of it. So there it is. Ignore all the bits and pieces sticking out everywhere. But that's what I'm working on at the moment. That is a new pattern, and I am filming this one as I go. There's no written pattern for it yet. I'll have to write it when I watch my video. I do it all different ways. Sometimes I crochet the pattern and write it down as I go. This one I didn't, because I did most of it in the car, and I can crochet in the car. Can anybody else crochet in the car? I can't look what I'm doing, so the granny stitch I don't have to look very much. So I can crochet in the car. If I had to look at my crochet all the time, there's no way I could do it. I'd be motion sickness. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I couldn't write the pattern as I went. So this time I've been filming it. So I kind of like film it and then do the bit that you guys don't have to watch, like the bit in between where I go, pause the video and I'll meet you at the end. That bit, that's the bit that I can do in the car. So yeah, I have to write this one when I finish the tutorial. I've just seen a comment there from Sandra, and it says, last year I chatted with an Aussie lady and knew her words, fringe, bangs, etc. from hearing you. Made the conversation better. Yes, so you can't see my fringe because it's all shoved up in there. But if my hair was like cut across like that and straight down, so, you know, if I had hair that was like that, that was like supposed to be there, to me, that's called a fringe. And the first time I heard the word bangs, I was like, what are they talking about? Like, bangs to me, I don't even know what that could even possibly be. It could be fireworks. It could be a loud noise. Yeah, hair is not the first thing that came to mind. What's everybody got to drink? I've got my favorite cup. That this was a reward to myself for being good. And I have rooibos tea from Natalie from Tea for Talia. She's on Instagram, also has her own website. I don't think she's on the chat at the moment. Fellow Aussie. And I've got rooibos, and I've added some dried calendula flower petals to it as well. I use like a what do you call the thing? Diffuser. Make my tea and then do it that way. There are so many Aussie words that I say that and then the American words that you guys say that I'm like, what? I remember Z, who's Zelda NRJ3 here in the chat. We were chatting with her and Seta from Seta's place, and there was a thing Zelda said. She said, mate, and then she thought that she'd said. I think you thought you said you'd said a rude word or something, and I was like, what? That's not a rude word. That's just mate, like as in, hey mate or hey buddy. Like, would Americans say buddy? I've got no idea. Hey Ricola, Crystal, Crochet and stuff. First time catching them live. That is awesome. Everyone's got their drinks. We've got Anne and family's got water and diet soda. Morgan's got some Mountain Dew. I haven't had Mountain Dew for years. It's so good. Ninja Bunny's got some cherry vanilla Coke Zero. That sounds good. Wow, Making Messes has got strawberry vanilla rose iced tea with local honey. That sounds amazing. So if you've got any comments, please put them. Sorry, not comments. This is a live. Questions. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments chat, and I will see if I can answer them. Maybe if you've got a question, put it in capital letters, and that way it'll stand out a bit more. And I will be able to answer them quicker for you. I've just had to go out and hockey strap the front gate to stop it falling over. Does anybody know what that means? If you are not Australian. An hockey strap. Chantel, I did not know why it was called hockey strap, and I asked my husband and he told me, and I was like, now it makes total sense. Racola, Crystal Crochet and stuff is saying mate is friend, I believe. It sure is. If I went, hey mate, how you going? It just means hi friend, how are you? Or if I went, mate, you're kind of saying hello at the same time to your friend, but you're just saying one word. Yeah, weird, huh? Hey mate, thanks mate, g'day mate. How's it going, mate? Aussies, especially guys, use mate a lot. Deborah's got Coke. Oh, thank you, Z. Elder's done a super chat for $3. Thank you. That will buy me a lovely cup of tea the next time I go out. Well, you know, that won't be for ages. But it will, next time I get one, it will be my cup of tea, my Z cup of tea. Really appreciate it. That money goes to me and helps me keep my video tutorials and what's the other thing I do? Written patterns free for you guys. So that's what all the super chats are. So that thing that's just come across the screen is a super chat. And if you want to leave a super chat, you just have to click on... mine's different. On my phone, I think because I'm looking at my behind the scenes stuff where you guys will see it different. There should be a dollar sign. If you click on that and follow the thingy-majigs, follow the instructions, it'll tell you what to do. So everyone has their favorite drinks and everyone's different too, which is kind of cool. I don't think my comments are scrolling. And they're not. Stupid thing. Hey, Latha from South Africa, welcome to the chat. So Sandra is saying, is bloke a good word or bad? Not sure if I've spelt that correctly. Sandra, that was the other word that Z and I were talking about. Oh, pardon me. Bloke. So I was talking about something and I was like, oh, the bloke that did that or whatever it was. And Z's like, what's a bloke? Which, to me, I giggled because Oh, I'll get back to the Oki strap in a sec. So bloke, yes, see, that's the word. So bloke is just another word for a guy or a male. Yeah, basically a male, a bloke. So a male is a bloke. So I can't be a bloke because I'm female. So you would say, so instead of saying the guy down the street, you'd say the bloke down the street, or that guy over there is drinking coffee. That bloke over there is drinking coffee. It's all it means. It's not a naughty word. It's just another word for a guy or a male. Sheila is female. So that's kind of old Aussie, Sheila. So I think Sheila is actually a girl's name, but so a bloke, that's very Aussie. A bloke is an Aussie guy, is Aussie for guy, sorry. And Sheila is Aussie for girl or female. So you could go, that bloke and that Sheila over there drinking hot chocolate. Not that I would say that. That's pretty. If you're in the country, maybe you'd hear that, but not. I wouldn't. I don't use that. The bloke over there is. Let's try and make up an Aussie sentence. That bloke over there is eating a cheese sanger. And that Sheila has an awesome fringe. I'm cracking myself up right here. So Oki strap is, I don't know what Americans call it. It's like a stretchy piece of elastic. You would use it to hold something down or tie something down, maybe on a trailer. So it's like a stretchy cord and it's got like hooks on the end. Cherry Blossom says, I thought bloke was in Germany. It could be too, but that we definitely say that here. So someone said, I've learned to say tomato the American way. I was schooled in British English. I say either or neither, an English way instead of American way. So I think, is the American way either or neither? So I would say either or neither. And tomato. Vicky Lee's having a blast listening to this. So there are lots of words that are completely different. A bungee cord, yeah. I think bungee cords, I think they may be called that here too. But a good Aussie would call it an Oki strap. Hey, Christina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What about Kiwis? What about Kiwis? What did I miss? Candy, sweets. Oh, yeah. So Americans would say candy or sweets. And here in Australia, we'd call them lollies. Lollies, Lollies. So I'd say to my husband, do you want me to grab you a packet of lollies when I'm up the street? Which I would know what he wanted because I know what his favorite is. But it's just like, so candy is just a generalization of all of them. We would say lollies. My comments are not scrolling. How do I keep them scrolling? Yeah, bungee cords. I'm pretty sure they call that here too. So someone just asked what time it was. Was it Z? Yes, Z's asking what time is it here. It is 12:48 p.m. and it's Friday. Julie's asking what we're doing about the... What the? That should be muted. Somehow I've turned the volume up on my computer. Sorry, guys. Sorry, what was that? Where was I? Oh, the virus. Yeah. Look, really, it doesn't affect me in any way. Hardly, because I don't leave the house on a good day. I'm always working from home or around the property, so it doesn't really affect me, but of course it is affecting so many people in so many ways. I don't really want to talk about the virus on this chat because it's everywhere, and I know everyone's going through it, but let's try and keep it lighthearted and let's have some fun. Just need to move that so I can see some comments. I've been laughing over here and my family is looking at me like crazy. That's Christina Aniston. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so lollies, it's weird, isn't it? So Karen Piera, I think. Claire, what does that Sheila what that Sheila got an awesome fringe mean? So in American terms, that lady has awesome bangs. But I would say that Sheila's got an awesome fringe. I don't really use the word Sheila, but an Aussie would. Oh, and also too, we do not say put another shrimp on the Barbie, because a shrimp to us is like this teeny tiny thing that if you put on the Barbie would just like completely disintegrate and would be a mess. So we call a prawn, which I think you guys call a shrimp, which is where that saying comes from. Like we call them king prawns, which are the really, really big ones. And then we just call them normal, like prawns is the regular size ones that you would just like quickly peel and eat, or buy green prawns, which you cook. Tammy Morgan, you are very welcome. Sandra's saying, I'm glad you braided your fringe instead of cutting. Yes, I did. I did braid my fringe. See, there you go. Good use of the word there. Zelda wants to talk about lollies. So if you've just joined us, we're talking about, excuse me, just talking about words that are completely different in different countries. So Fabric is saying, also, if the chat about the current situation, YouTube can delete your video or demonetize it if you are not news or a media channel, includes mentioning in the chat. Ooh, yeah, I did hear that we're not allowed to talk about it. We're not allowed to say the C word. Ever. All the C words. Except crochet, of course. Phyllis is saying, I'm from Boston area and this is wicked funny. Vicky Lee says, my husband said he can listen to the Hook Lady all day with those words. He's laughing so hard at you right now. Hey, Vicky's husband. I thought from the Dundee movies, the woman's name was Sheila. So Sheila is a name, so it is a girl's name, and I have not seen that movie. What? An Aussie that's never seen Crocodile Dundee. I've never seen the movie. I know they're saying this is a knife, or you call that a knife or whatever, but I've never really seen the movie. So I can't say if the girl's name is Sheila, but Sheila is a girl. So I'm a Sheila, even though my name's not Sheila. Gosh, I haven't heard wicked used like that since high school. Yes, so you guys so Americans call them cookies, and I would say biscuits. I say aluminium foil, not aluminum. Caramel chocolate, or I don't know what caramel comes in. Yeah, caramel. Annan Family says, her favorite lollies are definitely almond M&Ms. I have never heard of almond M&Ms. I don't buy a lot of chocolate, but I know we get crispy, the peanut ones, which are my favorite. The chocolate ones, I think I did ones with caramel in them. I know biscuits. I finally figured out what biscuits were in America. They were those sort of like, we would call them not dumplings, but do biscuits go in a meal, like sort of like in the actual pot, or would you eat a biscuit on the side, like on a plate? So to me, that would just be a bread roll. Apparently I need to watch Crocodile Dundee. I know there's a new one coming out. That looks hilarious. Cheryl, hello, glad I caught you. How is everyone? Hey Cheryl, welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody. Okay, so Fabrific is saying that biscuits are like savory scones. Uh-huh. My rabbit is good. She's outside. It rained last night, so normally every day she goes for a little walk with her harness and on the grass so she can run around and be crazy. But it's wet outside, so she can't do it this morning. I've given her some snacks, so hopefully that tides her over for a little bit. Okay, so so a biscuit in America is consumed like a dinner roll. Uh-huh. I can just imagine going to America or an American coming to Australia and just getting completely confused with things. Dumplings are noodles that go in a pot or a stew. I'm sure that's what they call dumplings. Maybe that's an English way to say it. It's like a big ball of dough and you chuck them in the top of a stew or a like in the pot or a stew. Zelda's had 2 cups of coffee and falling asleep. Maybe you need another one. Are biscuits like Australian scones? So a scone to me, I would say yes. A scone to me has jam and cream on it. So you would have it with a cup of tea, like Devonshire tea. Do you have Devonshire tea there? That's definitely an English thing, Devonshire tea. Oh, and when you say Worcestershire sauce, it's not Worcestershire. I've heard it said so many ways. It's Worcestershire. That's how they would say it, especially in England, because that's where it's from. Yes, crystal crochet and stuff. Going for a beer is grabbing a pint. It sure is. Or a skewy. So a schooner is sort of almost a pint glass. So the schooner is the big glass, and then the midi, which I don't think is short for anything. Midi is the smaller glass. So if you said I'm going up the pub for a skewy, means you're going up to the pub for a beer. Lisa's saying, "All you folks are making me hungry," I reckon. Fibric just says, "Love Devonshire tea. My husband will chuck a Yui on the Heisey for a good Devonshire tea." Does anyone know what chuck a Yui means? Del Earl is saying, yeah, that she's Australian and never worked out what American biscuits were. We are all learning what all these different things are. How cool is it? Chelsea Taylor loves Vegemite on toast. Hands up, who likes Vegemite? So give it a thumbs up on this, like with your emojis, or a smiley face if you like Vegemite, and give me a thumbs down or a some sort of yucky face if you don't like Vegemite. I love Vegemite, but I have to have it really, really, really thin, so it's almost see-through. It's just like wave the knife over the top thin, because it's really, really strong. You don't spread it like peanut butter or Nutella. It's, yeah, very, very thin. Vegemite is, it's a yeast-based product. It sounds disgusting and it's extremely salty, but if you just, like, I'm talking thin, so I'm talking, you can still see the toast when you put it on. That's how Vegemite is supposed to be served, unless you like it really strong. But if you if you ate half a teaspoon of that stuff, you will literally vomit. Ask me how I know. My sister and I dared us each other when we were kids. It will literally make you throw up. It's super, super cheap. Super, super strong. So Vegemite goes on toast, on sandwiches. Vegemite and cheese sandwiches, very Australian. Tastes amazing. You can put it into casseroles and things, like you can put it in soups and stews, and it just adds a salty flavor. Sandra doesn't know what Vegemite is. If you ever get... Good night, Z. Have a good sleep. Did you hear that on my phone? That was some sort of notification. Oh, my phone's not on silent either. Yeah, Vegemite. Oh, now Fiberpic's asking if we know what Tim Tams are. Who's had Tim Tams and who hasn't had Tim Tams? Hey, Michelle from Sydney. Yeah, spread it thin. Otherwise, it's gross. Yeah, Rosie, Rose, I think it is very good for you. It's full of vitamin B. It puts a rose in every cheek, which will totally get if you know the Vegemite ad. If you don't, you'll be thinking, what are you talking about? Good night, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. The rabbit is really good. Yeah, she's good. She's out in a cage at the moment. Probably protesting because I haven't got her out yet. But it's wet outside, so she can't run around. I can't get past the taste and smell. Yeah, it does smell quite strong. But it's, if you like salty things, it's nice. But you have to spread it thin. Don't, like, and I'm talking, I need to go and get Vegemite. Do I have any bread? If you can talk amongst yourselves, I can literally go and put Vegemite and butter on something and show you how it should be. But only if you want me to, because it'll take me like a couple minutes. So Tim Tams. Who's had Tim Tams? Tim Tams are a chocolate biscuit. They are chocolate on the outside. So regular Tim Tams, there's all different flavors, but chocolate on the outside, and then two biscuits. I don't eat them. I think they're two biscuits sandwiched together with chocolate, and then chocolate on the outside. I'm sure an Aussie on here is going to correct me if that's wrong. But they're really nice, but I don't buy them because the whole packet will go too quick. Karen Piera says that she wants to try Pav one day. Pav is short for pavlova, and it's amazing. It is my favorite dessert. I did want it for my wedding cake, but I got chocolate mud instead, which was still good. But I did want Pav, so we got Pav on the dessert menu when we got married. Pav is basically egg whites and sugar. I think a little bit of vinegar, but you don't taste the vinegar. It's basically big meringue and like huge, like a dinner plate size, about that thick. Shovel the cream on top, whipped cream on top, with lots of fruit and passion fruit pulp. You just put that all over the top. Yeah, it's amazing. So good. Okay, how to eat Vegemite. All right. Yes, I have had Bovril. We used to have that as when we were kids. All Right, give me, like, just literally talk amongst yourselves and give me about 2 minutes and I'll be back. That was not 2 minutes, so don't think that you've had some sort of issue. Bang hair. Oops, sorry guys. All right, we got Vegemite. That could be backwards. You're on my selfie camera. I can't explain the smell. It's strong. It's really strong. Where's the camera? It looks like chocolate bread. It's not chocolate spread. Do not eat it like chocolate spread. And I've got some marge. So we have some crackers. This is what Aussies call a sayo. That's the brand. Well, no, it's not the brand. The brand's Arnott's. I am not sponsored by any of these companies. Arnott's sayos are like really light. Like, it's a light cracker. It's not like a thick cracker. So you get your marge. And I turn mine over to the back because it's flat, where that's all bumpy. And we put it on. Now, I don't like a lot of margarine. So this is spread however you like. This is about 2-inch square, like 2 by 2 inch square. You get your Vegemite, and I'm talking the smallest amount. I cannot believe that I am showing you how to put Vegemite on a cracker. So my husband likes it a bit stronger than I do. But that, like, you can literally, I don't know if it's going to show up in there's still Vegemite left on there. It is so thin that you can, like, where it's thick there, like where it's dark, that's going to be really strong for me. So Chantel, would you put more than that on yours or any other Aussies? Karen, it does look like bouillon, which we do not use that word here. To us, that would be stock or a stock cube. You can use it like that. It is salty, and it says B1 essential for brain function, B2 supports your nervous system, and B3 essential for energy release, folate to help fight fatigue. Yes, okay, so it says a concentrated yeast extract. Ingredients: yeast extract, salt, mineral salt, malt, extract from barley, color, flavor, niacin, I think that says, thiamine. Ugh, I'm terrible at reading. Something else, and folate. So that's pretty much what's in it. So it sounds disgusting. It's salty. But yeah, that's how much you would put on it. Cheers. Thank you. So that, see how that's like air pockets through there? That's what that's like. I won't eat the whole thing. I'll eat it later. Yes, that is margarine. Not many of us eat that anymore. We eat butter. Knit, Pearl, and Squirrel, are you American? Do people not eat margarine over there? Yep, so Fiberific eats hers around about the same. Sharon says, I think it was going to look white, not brown. No, definitely brown. Now it looks like apple butter. That would be definitely better. Sanjan Nevin says, ew, I don't want to watch. Hey, Lisa, how are you? It does look like Nutella. It looks exactly the same. And I think if you don't know what it is and you've never tried it, you spread it like Nutella. And I can't even imagine what that would taste like. It would be disgusting. Yeah, it's supposed to be good for you, and it tastes all right. If you've got cheese, so I would normally put cheese on top of that. And again, so the taste will get what's the word? Like it will get less strong, whatever that word is. So that's interesting that Americans don't really use margarine. I don't know, do most Aussies use margarine? Oh, I got no idea. That's what I use. Does it smell like vitamins? No, not really. I can't explain the taste, the smell. It kind of tastes like, it smells like stock cubes. Yeah, I can't really describe it. Donna Kelly says Amish apple butter is apple butter made by Amish people. Sorry. Apparently, Amish apple butter tastes delicious. So, like a vegetarian version of pate. No, nothing like pate. It's soft. It's got the same texture as Nutella. Not the same, but very similar. Tastes nothing like it. It is not sweet at all. No. Cynthia's saying there's a concentrate here to add to. I'm pretty sure you could use that to make a broth. You can add it to soups, casseroles. It actually adds quite a nice flavor if you like that salty. I mean, I don't add a lot, but because I don't like really salty stuff as I eat Vegemite. But yeah, it will add a salty taste if you use it. So apparently butter's better for you. I've just always had margarine. I think because my mom used to do it. The bunny's good. Thank you for asking, Yvette. She's out in a cage at the moment. Yes, JY. The cheese dust does tone down the saltiness. Olive oil spread is great. Well, this is olive oil spread, but I'm guessing it's margarine. I just call it Marge, but it's actually, I don't know. It says olive on there. Who knows what's in there? Does it have ingredients? Yeah, I'm not reading the ingredients. I want to eat my cracker. Now I can smell it now. Cheese sandwiches with pickles. Yum, yum, yum. So what's everyone crocheting at the moment? We have to get some crochet chat in here somewhere. We've got totally sidetracked on Vegemite. If you've just joined us, the reason we got onto Vegemite is because we were talking about Australian words versus American words, and also pronouncing them, but also what you would call it, and I may call it something completely different, but it means the same thing that we're talking about. Like an Oki strap here in Australia is a bungee cord? No, bungee something in America. Oh no, Sandra's lost her Crojo. That's not good. Good luck, Fiberific. Thank you for joining us. Everyone's super busy with their crochet. JY, I didn't read the cow bit, and all I read was I've just started Shelley's husbands. And I was like, okay, she's got more than one husband. Black Ribbon Crochet Studio says I'm almost done with my easy breezy shawl. Wow, Lisa, did you have to make 500 poppies? Cynthia is asking, how big should a lapgan be? I've got a thing on my website. If you go to my website and it says helpful information, there is a blanket size download. I can't see it right now because I can't get on the internet with the way I'm set up at the moment. Otherwise, I'll lose my chat, which is ridiculous. But yeah, that's how I've set it up today. But it has all the blanket sizes on there. Holly saying, I just finished your cozy cow. Excuse me. I love it. Bye, Deborah. Did I miss something? No, I don't think so. A bungee cord. Yeah, Tracy's saying bungee cord is an Oki strap. Linda's just finished a granny square blanket. That's awesome. Roberta is crocheting hearts, going on a hat scarf set and making that you're making for your 4-year-old granddaughter. She'll love that. It's so cute. Wow, everyone's so busy. Beverly's asking what kind of weather we're having here today. This morning we call it mizzling, which I think is a New Zealand term, which we learned over there. So mizzling is when it's like misty rain. It's not raining, but it's just that super, super fine rain, which looks like mist. Yeah, we had that this morning. And what's it doing now? It's just cloudy. There is a bit of blue sky, but it's nice. It's not hot. We are starting to cool down. JY saying, I'm going back to some of your older patterns, making some samples for when we can have wool shoes again. I think, is that a typo? I don't know. It doesn't make sense in my head. But thank you for going back through my older patterns. Tammy's saying, I'm working on Jada in Stitches 2020 calendar blanket and a facial. Sounds awesome. Thank you, Sandra, for looking that up. Yeah, I don't know why I can't. It won't let me go to the internet. I've got my chat open, and I think my computer thinks that's my internet tab. Well, it is, but it's not. So I can't actually access the internet. It won't let me. Tabby's saying, look what you've done. Lollies, Tim Tams, and biscuits. Tommy growls. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I have that sayo sitting there waiting for me to eat. Yes, it's drizzling. Thank you, Cynthia. Yes. We call it mizzling, which is definitely a Kiwi thing. It's not an Australian thing. JY saying, any word on if Bendigo Wool Show is on or not? I haven't heard. But surely that it's going to get cancelled because it's in July, I think. Fiberific would have known that answer. But I don't think they've announced it yet. Yes, light drizzle. Thank you, Christine. That's exactly what it is. Julie's asking, do I have any tutorials on amigurumi birds? No, I'm sorry. I don't have any amigurumi patterns because the tight crochet hurts my hands too much. Karen's asking, how long did I live in New Zealand? I lived there for about 3.5 years, between 3.5 4 years, and it was absolutely gorgeous. We lived in the South Island in Dunedin, and it was just stunning. Made some great friends there, and the scenery and the weather's a bit fresh for my liking, but beautiful, beautiful place. Good night, Mama Swift. Thank you for joining us. Rose is making the poncho from my 2012 pattern. Thank you so much. Oh, I have no idea which one that is. Is it the granny stitch poncho? Oh, Karen's adopting a cat, so she'll have to probably make a toy to stuff catnip in. That's so cute. Hey, Cindy from Michigan. Hey, Gloria, finally got on. Awesome. Thanks for joining the chat. Really appreciate it. I'm looking over this way because I've got my phone set up. I can move it over a little bit. Whoa, sorry, guys. Hang on. I've got my phone set up, but my comments on my phone, I only see 4 comments at a time, and they scroll so quick, I literally can't read them. So behind you is my computer, and my comments are over this direction. So if it looks like I'm looking completely off screen, that's why. Sandra's saying, every time I crochet your one skein shawl, someone borrows. Oh, you're very, very, very welcome. You didn't say thank you, but I know what you mean. That is so cool that someone borrows your shawl. I think that's the best, what's the word? I'm hungry now. Talking about all this food, now I can't think straight. Compliment, great compliment if someone borrows your shawl. Hey, Tanya from Puerto Rico. Okay, so thank you, Sandra. She's saying lap gowns often used in senior homes are 36 inches by 48 inches, which is equivalent to 90 centimeters by 121 centimeters square. Okay, so anywhere between 36 and 48 inches square, or 90 centimeters to 121 centimeters square. I was reading that thinking, huh? Yep, Donna's hungry too. Who else is hungry? So please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. We have got 64 likes and 70 people watching at the moment. Hey everyone, welcome to the new people. Do you really say you are going on a walkabout? I have never said that. I think a walkabout is used out in the outback, which is like the middle of Australia. In the outback, like a walkabout. I'm not really sure on that one. Julie's asking, does my voice disappear for anyone else? Are we having some troubles with the sound at the moment? Maybe if you refresh your video, it may fix it. I'm very good, Noni. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Rose is saying, no, it was the double crochet stitch throughout with the cow at the neck. Super simple pattern. Thank you. There's another version of that one too called Crochet Luna Poncho. I think there's a more recent update to that one. Okay, so the Bendigo Wool Show, which is here in Australia, down in Bendigo, which is down in the southern part of the country in Victoria. They have not called off this show yet. I really wanted to go to that, but I wasn't going this year anyway, so that's... I'm lucky I'm not disappointed about it being cancelled if it does. Christine's asking, what are your favorite kind of apple to eat? Kind of random, just curious. Yeah, ask all the random questions you like. My favorite apple is Pink Ladies. They are sweet apples and lovely and crunchy. I don't like the soft flowery apples like Red Delicious and Gala and all those. I like my apples crispy and sweet. Okay, so hearing Sound is good. That's good. Denise Scott has already had dinner, so you are fixed. You're right. Currently making a beanie with an applique of Punisher skull for my neighbor. That sounds good. Black Ribbon Crochet Studio saying there's a funny way to say jacket in Australia, isn't there? Jacket. I don't know. I'll probably just call it my jacket. Anybody else know the one? Karen wants tacos. Do I wear my crochet items? Does anybody else wear their crochet items? I wear them all the time. Yep. Sandra's asking, what do you do with yarn that feels too stiff and feels yuck? You could try washing it. Sometimes you probably don't want to crochet with it, so I would say like crochet with it and then wash it. But if you don't want to use it because it is, then you could try and wash it before you use it, but that can end up in knots and knots. Reborn, hey, how are you? Her favorite apple is Honeycrisp. That sounds lovely. I've never had that before. Hey, Lynette, how are you? I am still here. Okay, so apparently walkabout is an Aboriginal term that describes several traditional life. There you go. I thought it was something to do with Aboriginals, but again, really had no idea. Christine likes Honeycrisp apples as well. Holly likes Envy apples. I've never heard of any of these. Ambrosia, never heard of that one. From Barbara. Hey, Freaky, how are you? Yes, all good here. What am I crocheting? At the moment, my crochet is this one. If you're on Instagram, that's what I'm making. It's currently a pattern design, but that's all I'm telling you. Oh, thanks, Noni May. Thank you. How long have you been watching my tutorials for? So Tammy has a spanner next to her name because she's a spanner. What's the word? A moderator. Yeah, she's a moderator, so if there's any naughty people. We had some weird comments on the last chat we did and Tammy was on. So Tammy can delete you or put you in timeout. JY says we call them cardigans. A jumper. Oh, is that the word? The jumper? Because someone was asking, I can't remember who it is now. Sorry. But they were asking what I call a jacket. So a jacket to me is like something that you put on over what you're wearing to keep you warm. That'd be a jacket. And we call them jumpers. So that could be what you're talking about. So a jumper to me is, I think what you American would call a sweater. We don't have any jumpers here. So say this didn't have buttons and it was round neck and it was fleecy, that would be a jumper. Have I ever tried, Karen's asking, have I ever tried cotton candy apples? Yes, I have. Oh wait, cotton candy. I've tried candy apples, which is that red, crisp, like hard shell with an apple inside. I've had that. Is that what a cotton candy apple is? Cindy is saying, learned to crochet from me almost 4 years ago. Thank you so much. Yeah, a jumper is a sweater, Freaky. Lynette, we also say jumper here as well. I remember talking to a friend long time ago, and I was talking about jumpers. She thought I was talking about frogs. I was like, no. Oh, yes, it was you too, Black Ribbon. Thank you. So Noni May's saying a jumper to me is like overalls, like men wear, like a jumpsuit. So we would call it a jumpsuit if it was a all over like an overalls. Karen's saying earrings can have jackets. I don't get that. Some jumpers can have buttons or a pullover. So a pullover, yeah, a pullover is a jumper. Cotton candy is what we call fairy floss. Yes, we do call it fairy floss, which is basically just spun sugar. Yeah, frogs, right? Donna Kelly's goal is to make herself a dress. Are you going to crochet it? That would be cool. Freaky Geek, to me, a jumper is one who falls off a building. That's a bad jumper, though. Yes, that is also a jumper here as well. Hey, creatively created crochet says, I'm a huge fan. I've been watching you for years. Your work is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're wondering, if you've just joined the chat and you're wondering why I'm looking over there, that's because I've got the big chat box open on my computer, because on my phone, which I'm filming on, I can only see 3 to 4 comments. So, and they scroll really quick. Noni May is saying rings can have jackets. Okay, I'm lost. I have no idea what that means. Beverly says, I would love to crochet a granny square Afghan coat. Me too, but I don't have the patience. They look amazing, don't they? A crochet dress would be really pretty, Donna. Jackets for earrings are fancy diamond circles you put your studs through. Jackets for earrings are fancy diamond circles. I've never heard of that. I don't have my ears pierced, so maybe that's a thing in Australia. I don't know. What? Michelle is saying there are grapes and apples now that taste like cotton candy. Yum. Yeah, my chat was jumping too. It's weird. It just like scrolls really quick all of a sudden. Cotton candy grapes. What? A jacket on her ring is like a drop guard that covers both sides of the ring, like with redding rings. Never heard of that either. Katie Loves Crochet is saying, I made your rainbow shawl scarf. It was a huge hit with my teenage nieces. Awesome. Thank you, Katie. Hey, Deb. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Yes, we didn't have a crochet tutorial today because I got slack. Good night, Roberta. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, Julie's in West Virginia and she's never heard of earring jackets. Me neither. Linda Brown has a crochet problem. I'm doing the shells and post pattern, but foundation row in single crochet and row in half double crochet. Problem, I like the look of the, I think your comment just, oh, scalloped edge, how to remove the foundation row and row of half double crochet. You could do, is it my pattern that you're doing, Linda? You can remove a foundation row easily by just doing a chain, and then you can work the pattern into that. That would work. Hey Gamer Widows, how are you? Where do you find patterns from the 40s and 50s? Sorry for shaking. You can find a lot online, and what do you call it? Sorry, brain not working. Charity shops, so thrift shops and things like that. They have a lot of, well, you can find them. Old patterns, they're great. Wow, 40 Fahrenheit in, oh wait, in Minnesota. What's 40 in, oh hang on, I've got a thing here. 40 Fahrenheit. 5 degrees, that's freezing. Look. So what is it in here? It's 20 degrees or just under 60, wait, 70 degrees in the house. Okay, so it's not my pattern. See, I'm not sure what it actually looks like, but if the first row is a single crochet row, you could probably just remove that. Yes, thrift shops, definitely. Regina is saying, good to see you tonight. And what is your name? I don't think it's Bob. My name's Claire. Real name's Claire. Rosie has lots of crochet magazines from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, etc. Try look online. I've got an itchy shoulder. Yeah, lots of patterns online. Pinterest is great. You may find some on Ravelry. I'm not sure if, no, I think they don't go back that far, but. Good night, Julie. Sorry about your internet messing up for you. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you on the next live. Yeah, try Etsy as well. They would definitely have the older patterns. Sandy's asking what time is it here? It is 1:38 p.m. on Friday. Yes, Bob was the name of my dog. That was 7 years ago he passed away. So if you remember him in the videos, you've been around a long time. Yeah, sun is outside. You can tell by the blinds on the window. It's not really sun though, it's more clouds. Okay, so thanks everybody for joining us today. This has been really awesome. So I plan to come on for an hour, and we've been chatting for an hour and 10 minutes, so that's good. Yes, I am in the future. The future's looking pretty good. It's a bit cloudy, but nice. You're going to need a light shirt. but you won't need an umbrella. Yeah, Lynette, he did used to snore in the videos. When I film, so if I was filming here, he'd be like right there or right there, like at my feet, snoring his head off. Or he would whimper in his sleep, or kind of bark, but more of like a howl rather than a bark. He's crazy. Such a good dog. No, Noni says, I remember Bob, my brother's name was Bob Wilson. I remember typing in how to make an ear warmer and saw Bob Wilson, so I had to check out your channel. Sandra remembers Bob too. Yeah, you've been around a long time, Sandra. It's been good. Good night, Dusty. Thank you so much for joining us. I do have a postal address, but I don't really hand it out. Contact me via my website if you would like it. Yeah, I think I'm going to hop off now because we've had a good old chat and I'm hungry. Guess what? I'm craving Vegemite and Sayos. Because it's all I can smell right now. So thank you so much for joining us in the live chat. Thank you, Tammy Webb, for being our moderator today, and also Fiberific. Thanks, Fiberific, for joining in earlier. I know you're not here anymore, but thank you so much for being there. Yes, Diana, I still have his reef, and it's where he's buried. It's still there. Acrylic does not break down. Yeah, so thanks for joining us, everybody, and I will talk to you sooner rather than later. Happy crochet, and until next time, bye. Oh, I'm using my mouse to try and shut my phone off. They're not going to work. Who's going to get the last word in the chat? I can actually play today because my computer's on. The last word is just keep chatting in the chat box, and that last person that gets it before it says like the chat's closed or something, that's who gets the last chat. So just type anything like bananas, peanut butter, doesn't matter what you write. It's whoever gets that last comment in wins. Bye.